What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back once again to talk about Escape from Kyln. We have tons and tons of information about this upcoming event. We have tons of data mines to go through where you're going to be able to see which are the requirements for Escape from Kyln. So unlike the previous tower, this one is going to require specific teams in order to beat certain floors. So the earlier you have this information, the better. So you can start gearing up your characters and getting ready for this. As it seems, Escape from Kyln is going to be an event, a tower mode, more towards the veteran players, because it's going to require a lot of teams. I can tell you it's really a lot. We're going to go through the data mines and see all the requirements, but it's quite a lot. Now, we also have some more information about how the tower works. We are going to break down that information as well, and then we don't know in terms of rewards what we are going to get, but because this is so end game, as requiring multiple teams and so on with very specific traits, I hope that the rewards are really good. So we can expect probably some diamonds and tons of teal gear, and probably ISO 8 will level 4 and level 5, as we might get the next tier of ISO 8 soon as well. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so let's get started. Just a quick reminder, make sure you check out the channel daily. We are probably going to upload like 4 videos or 5 videos today, so you might miss a video with very important information. There are a few things that we have to talk about that will prepare you for the next 2 weeks, but we cannot put all information in one video, so make sure you check out the channel a few times in case you miss one of those videos. Okay, so with that said, let's take a look at the first wave of data mines, and this all dropped last night. It has been crazy going through these data mines over several hours, and this is the ones that are related with the Escape from Kyln. So we have the game mode being implemented right now in the game, right? They are putting the different features into the game, and here we can see some of the rules that we were not fully aware of what's going to be. So instead of a 5-man team, it's going to be only a 3-man team, and this is going to greatly influence the teams that we are going to use. You'll see in a second. And then there is no cooldown period for the characters, so that means you can use the same character multiple times, so that's confirmed. And then we have that the abilities do not reset on each floor, right? So every time you complete a floor, if you don't have the ultimate ready on the next floor, that's it, game over for you. So you need to pay attention very carefully to the cooldowns of your characters to make sure that on the next floor, if you need the same team, that you have those cooldowns ready. So keep this in mind. This is going to be a lot more skill based than Tower was, which might be a good thing for some people, might not be a good thing for other people. This is definitely going to be quite difficult compared to the previous Tower. Okay, so once again, abilities will keep their cooldowns from one floor to the other, and then characters cannot be healed between battles, but you can use, for example, healer ISO 8 between battles to make sure that you have your characters at a decent amount of health. And this is going to be extremely important for characters that have revive mechanics like Quicksilver and Ultron. Okay, enemies and each cell between persists, and okay, so there you go. This is not important, but yeah, so now you know that you need to keep your cooldowns and you need to heal up your characters in alternative ways. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the different tags that we're going to take a look at and see which characters we have available. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different tags that you need for this tower. This is quite a lot, but at least some of these tags, you can use the same on the same floor, so it's good to a certain point. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. The first one we have is Guardians and Infinity Wards. Okay, so when you take a look in game, Infinity Wards, we have a few of them. We have also villains, on the Infinity Watch team. So there we go. We have Phyla-Vell, we have Gamora, we have Nebula, Adam Warlock, and Moondragon. So this is going to give some good flexibility for new players, as you might not have Adam Warlock, but you might have Gamora and Nebula. Now, on top of this tag, we also have the secondary tag that they mentioned, which is Guardian. And for Guardians, we have a lot more options, but the most important ones that we need to keep in mind, as a 3-person team. Once again, remember, this is a 3-person team. So if you're Gamora, Nebula, and for example, Phyla-Vell die, you can bring this Star-Lord Annihilation, the original Star-Lord Legendary, and you could also bring Cosmo, right? So we have another powerful 3-man team, and those other characters are not as important, so there you go. I think this is going to be relevant because I expect these stages to be quite challenging, as the Guardians, not exactly the Guardians, but at least Infinity Watch is a very powerful team. Okay, let's go back, let's see what else we have available. So we have Avengers, and I think Avengers is a solo tag, right? Some of them are solo, other ones are a dual tag. So this one is just Avengers. Okay, let's see what we have in terms of Avengers. We have a bunch of Avengers, so it's gonna be good. But which Avengers are like stacked up? So we have Tigra. Tigra might be very interesting because she works with Captain America and Black Widow. So you might have taken her to a higher degree of yellow stars and red stars. This guy is very good as well. Once again, with Black Widow, with Captain America. You have to remember that these characters, all of them, synergize very well. Okay, beyond that, we have Infinity War Thor, which is also part of the Nowhere team. We have a bunch of Bionic Avengers, and the goal, once again, is going to be to use the best 3-person team. So this is probably going to be Captain America, Black Widow, and Infinity War Iron Man, or maybe Captain Sam, Nick Fury, and Tigra. We'll see. It's definitely going to be interesting because we have a lot of options available for this specific tag. Okay, now let's take a look at the next tag we have, and this is going to be Global and Skill. Oof, Global and Skill. Okay, let's see what we have in terms of Global and Skill. At this point, I think we can double up a little bit, right? We have Black Widow once again being Global and Skill, but now we also have Captain Sam and Nick Fury. So once again, if you have to use the same characters multiple times, make sure they have the cooldowns available. For example, for Nick Fury, it's important for him to have the Raider ISO 8, so he gives energy. We could also use the Invaders, right? Invaders as a trio. It would work well with Iron Fist, with Kraken America, and also with Nick Fury. So we have a few options there, but we still have alternative options like Taskmaster, Zemo, and the Red Guardians. So it's not like we have to use all Avenger characters once again, but at least we have that flexibility. Okay, let's move on to the next tag, which is going to be City Mystic. Wow, City Mystic is very, very specific. Okay, we have a few options, but this is going to be one of the ones that unfortunately you don't have a lot of options. So City and Mystic, we are going to have Cloak Dagger. I think those are going to be the most obvious options. Then we have Robbie Reyes, another obvious option. But then, then it's when it gets tough, right? Because we have Spider-Man Noir, that could work very well with Robbie Reyes, but we also have Ghost Rider and Morbius that could also work very well with Robbie Reyes. They are quite fast, and that could be interesting. Then we also have Moon Knight and White Tiger. If you are a veteran player, if you have those characters big, they can be quite fast and furious, so that would be interesting as well. And then we have Gwenpool, which she's not, you could use her for one level of the tower where you need like evades on spawn for Cloak and Dagger, but beyond that we would not have a lot of options. Okay, so this one is going to be interesting. City Mystic, definitely interesting. Okay, let's see what is the new tag or the next tag. Asgardians. Oh, there we go, man. So we never had a really good reason to build up Asgardians. I think now it's the time. Okay, so here we go. These are the Asgardians we have right now. We have 12 of them. We have Vala, which is a must-have for most people. Then Hela is also a decent character to work on. Infinity War Thor, it was required for the Black Cat Trials, so another one that is like must have, but then we have a bunch of other characters that are optional, right? So this is definitely going to be one of the most difficult tags to build for this specific tower. And we have skill and we have mystic characters as well. At least it's not all mystic, right? So we might have some variety in case you want to build some of these characters. We could definitely see Valkyrie and Hela, right? To have a bunch of buffs and revives and so on. That could be an interesting team as well. So this one might be difficult in terms of gear, but it's definitely going to be fun in terms of theory crafting. Okay, let's move on to the next tag. And the next tag is going to be Spider-Verse Tech and Spider-Verse Skill. So I guess you guys know exactly what we are going to look at. I think it's pretty obvious. It's going to be Sinister Six, right? In terms of Spider-Verse, and then Skill and Tech, it has to be those characters. So yeah, we have Black Cat is Skill. Okay, Black Cat is useful. We have Spider-Man Big Time is also Tech. But beyond that, it's only bio characters. Oh, we also have Kingpin. Interesting. Kingpin could also be useful here. Kingpin, interesting. And we have more bio characters. So all the symbiotes are out. Rhino is out. Green Goblin is out. Then we have the mystic characters. So Morbius and Mr. Negative. Those guys are out as well. All the Web Warriors are out. And the Lizard is also out. And Swarm. So yeah, we have a bunch of... okay, this is fine, I guess. Dr. Octopus, Craven, and Vulture, for example. And then we can summon a Shocker, or we can bring a Mysterio in case we need some immunities and additional characters. Okay, this one is going to be fine. I think most of these characters are quite popular, so this is not going to be a problematic tag. Let's move on to the next tag, which is going to be Global and Mystic. Oof, Global Mystic, really? Which characters are global and mystic? I mean, like Wong and Agatha, I guess. Oof, global mystic does not sound good. Okay, mystic and now global. Yes. Spider Weaver. Okay, oh, never mind. Easy, right? So, I mean, if you can bring legendaries, we can bring Morgan Le Fay, Wong, and Agatha. That right away would be an amazing combo. But we also have Quicksilver and Spider Weaver. And we even have some Wakanda, so you could have a trio Wakanda if you are facing like Hela or some Nick Fury or someone with minions, like Black Panther, Bashenga, and M'Baku. Okay, so we don't have a lot of options. We don't have a lot of options, but we have at least 2 or 3 powerful optional teams, and most of these characters are meta or were required for other characters in the past. Okay, let's see what are the last tags that we have. So we have Villain Mutant. Ooh, Villain Mutant. That's gonna be... oh, we have a few one. Villain Mutant is not gonna be a big deal. So let's go with Apocalypse. Let's select Mutant, and now we're gonna select Villain. Okay, here we go. So we have Weapon X, we have Brotherhood, we have Marauders, still Marauders someday. Hopefully the Marauders will be good once again. Apocalypse, we have Dead Seed, and that's pretty much it. So we have some options, but not a lot of options. I guess we have to focus mostly on using Archangel with Apocalypse, right? So Archangel gives energy to Apocalypse, and then we have another character to support him. Okay, this one might not be the worst. It might not be the worst because Dead Seed was a popular raid team, and we also have Omega Red, which is always a good character, and the Silver Samurai, which are also very powerful war characters. So this one might not be a big deal. Next tag is going to be Hero Tech. Hero Tech. Oh, this one is super easy. This one I can already imagine. We have Pegasus and Power Armor. I know people are super excited to use Power Armor. Okay, so once again we have Pegasus with Kestrel. We have Shuri. Shuri can be interesting. We have Bionic Avengers. We have Big Time. We have Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson could be interesting because of his turn wines with his basic. Then we have Star-Lord, Rocket, Falcon, also for Speed Bar. Kate Bishop and Star-Lord T'Challa for stealing energy. Yeah, we definitely have some good combos here. I think it's finally time for Star-Lord T'Challa to get the Wakanda tag, right? It already passed a lot of time, the character has no value, so it would be nice to put him with the Wakanda tag, so he has a little bit more juice left in the tank before he gets like a major rework. Okay, so Hero Tech is not looking so bad, so let's take a look at which are the last tags. Oof, okay, oh, yikes. Okay, so we have X-Men, and then we have Legendary. Okay, so X-Men, this is one going to be super easy. X-Men right now, they are quite amazing, especially with the addition of Nightcrawler and the Cyclops rework. The Cyclops rework is very good. But then we also have Astonishing X-Men. We have some X-Factor or X-Force with the X-23. And we also have some Uncanny X-Men. So hopefully this is not going to be a big deal, but it seems that this is at the end of the tower, right? So the most difficult nodes might be X-Men and Hero Tech, so keep this in mind. Okay, after that we already saw it's going to be Legendary. So let's see which Legendary characters we have available. Okay, Legendary, a 3 powerful team, Legendary team. So it could be Green Goblin with Dr. Octopus and Black Cat, or we could have let's see, we could have Nova with Nick Fury and maybe someone else, maybe Red Hulk. We have Rogue with Archangel and maybe Morgan Le Fay for extra health and energy production. Okay, yeah, we have some decent characters. I mean, we have a lot of legendary characters that were quite popular recently, but working together we have just a few of them. I would definitely focus on Rogue, Archangel and Morgan Le Fay to be like a very solid team that you can use in multiple floors. Okay, let's take a look at the last tag, I think. Yes, it's the last tag. Villain and Bio. Villain Bio, that's interesting. So Villain Bio, out of my head I can think of actually not many. So we have Villain, okay, and now Bio. We can talk about Abomination, right? That's the obvious one. He's quite powerful. Let's see what else. Oh, we have Super Skrull. Of course, why not, right? Okay, so we have Abomination, we have Super Skrull, we have Titania, Winter Soldier, Moonstone, Zombie Juggernaut, and Zombie Iron Man. This does not look so good. So Symbiotes, is this after the Symbiote rework? No, I don't think so. It's during the Symbiote rework, but all the characters will not be available. So it would be a better option, maybe go with Lizard or Zombie Juggernaut. I think people who have Zombie Juggernaut are going to be very good on this one. And of course Super Skrull, right? You cannot use Super Skrull to its full extent because you don't have heroes and villains. So we have to keep that in mind. Super Skrull will not have ability block, which is definitely going to be a big deal. And but at least we'll see. Abomination at least is going to be great. Zombie Juggernaut maybe. And then we'll see which other characters are going to be useful. As soon as we have the list of villains that we are facing. But yeah, guys, those are all the data mines that we have for this new survival tower. As you guys can see, this is going to be a big deal. We have a ton, really have a ton of requirements that are necessary for this. Once again, you can use the same characters multiple times. You just have to pay attention for the cooldowns. And that's it, guys. This is all the new information that we have for Escape from Kyln. Once again, according to the developers, this is going to be more designed towards the veteran players. But if you are a new player, if you are checking out the channel, if you are following my advices, you should be able to progress in some of these as well. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. And I will catch you guys later.